So Connected is a company that's been formed to take on the IT franchise within the Selfridges department stores with 4 sites, mine being in Oxford Street, 2 in Manchester, 1 in the Trafford Centre, 1 in Exchange, and 1 in the Birmingham Bullring. What Selfridges are looking for from us is to basically fulfil the IT need of their customers and to deliver a high level of customer service that's in keeping with the rest of the store experience. In terms of number of people working in each unit, I'd say across the 4 sites there's about 70-75 people who are going to be working for So Connected. So Connected as a brand pretty much is not going to exist. We very much want to wrap ourselves around Selfridges. We're not going to put our name up there in lights. We just want to exist as a concession within that store, deliver great services. The Selfridges customer comes from all walks of life. There's obviously a lot of tourist business that comes into the business. There's a high level of students, and there's a lot of people with high net worth. It's a store that really does cater for everybody. High street retailers quite often tend to take people and they're all almost cloned one from another, and they're all the same and they all speak the same lines and they all speak in the same way. We don't want that. You can't match a colleague to a customer and deliver great customer service if you're basically cloning people. The key to delivering a great customer service is about putting the right people in front of the customers. Ultimately, my colleagues, my staff that work with me and for me, they are my customers. And I need to bring the right mix into the business that represents every single demographic that might set foot through my business. Basically what we're looking for the diversity of strength from individuals, but we're looking for a similarity of spirit. So we want people that want to deliver outstanding service, and we take it from all walks of life. We take people, not the stereotypical salesman that wants to sell you the item and get you out the door and never see you again, but the person that really does want to see you again. So we had to put together a recruitment process which was flexible, which took away a lot of the pain from us, found the best in behaviours, the best in communication, the best in personality, and then presented them to me so I could then ask them further questions and find out whether they were right for what the So Connected brand is. I dug up a contact I had through Job Centre Plus, one of the field account managers, told him what I was doing now and that I'd left my previous employer and that we were looking to recruit for a new concession in London initially. Wasn't sure exactly how many people I needed, but again we had a meeting and we discussed what my requirements were, what I wanted from the individuals and how I wished to go through this recruitment process, and they basically built it around what I needed and what I was looking for. And this obviously led to the discussion around local employee partnerships. They went away, I think they screened in excess of 300 people for me and presented me around about 50 series of insight sessions, and from that we took the best, we interviewed them. On top of that, right at the end of that process, and it is quite an aggressive process for the guys to go through that potentially want to be employed, and it shows who really wants the job and who wants to be involved. They then have to go through a Selfridges store approval, which is an interview at Selfridges to establish that they are of the right grade to present to the Selfridges customer. In London, I'd say about 20% of the employees that are employed within the Oxford Street concession have come through the LEP partnership. We've got to a position now with Selfridges where the technology manager in the store is doing my store approvals from the people I'm sending him, from the LEPs and from those I've recruited externally. Instead of allowing 1 hour per person, he's now allowing half an hour, because he can make his decision very quickly, because you can see that they're going to fit into the mix and into the service that they wish to deliver as a company. And basically what it involves is us working with a job centre to help them to place people into employment, and to help them, if they know we've got a recruitment coming up, to prepare people, knowing our criteria. It's about actually meeting with them, not just posting an advert. It's about meeting with them and saying, this is what I want, this is what I expect, this is what my customer expects, this is the job description, this is what I'm paying. Come back and tell me how you feel you can match the potential employees to my business. It's a two-way consultation. They know what you want, you know what they're offering you, and they can then go away and prepare people for the process. You look at things like there's potential of job trials where people come on board with you and they get a chance to see, do they like you, do they like them? And basically it's working 110% together, as it says, in partnership to match the right job to the right person and get people back into employment that maybe sometimes are being overlooked. You get a much more diverse mix. Previous experience, you put an advert up, you're recruiting for an IT reseller, you tend to get one very, very specific demographic. It tends to be male, it tends to be younger. Through the Job Centre Plus partnership and then knowing what our requirement is and knowing who our customer mix is, I've had working mums or mums that are looking to go back to work. I've had those that haven't been employed for a long period of time. And they want to work, they want to be involved, they have great interpersonal skills. They maybe don't have the greatest knowledge of IT and of the associated products, but that's my job to give it to them. That's the employer's job to train the person in the product. When you rely on bringing people on board with that knowledge, you sometimes neglect their training, and then very, very quickly, they're giving poor information to your customers. As time goes on and the business potentially expands or as we lose people, then I've already made contact through the field account managers that I've been dealing with in the London area with colleagues in those regions. They know what we want, they know what our mission statement is, they know we're looking for similarity of spirit but diversity of strength from our people. They understand what the brand values are of the department store environment which we're in, and at any point they're ready to launch into a recruitment campaign if we wish to. It really makes the process very, very streamlined and very, very simple for us. Takes out the legwork, takes out a lot of time, and time is very, very precious and very, very expensive, especially when you're setting up a new business. The local employee partnerships, they're absolutely spot on from my basis. As long as you know what you're looking for, what you wish to get out of people, and you're prepared to give them the specialist training that they require for your job or the specialist product knowledge they require for their job, it's the way to go and it's the way to move forward. It's what we'll look to do in the future.